So you know how Hasan talked about how the General Strike Summit was a failure because I mean it like was, and the fact that they continue to talk about Hasan instead of like just concentrating on the union organizing stuff shows that they're terminally online and they're not organizing anything. Not to mention like the idea of a General Strike Summit right now, like I understand it and I'm not inherently against it, but like I feel like you don't even have your bases covered. So this guy wrote a song about Hasan because Hasan said that their General Strike Summit was basically worthless, which he was right. Okay, and I wanted to take a look at this because I heard it was funny.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm Robert Durden, and I have a smile on my face because in this episode, I'm going to steamroll Hasan Piker. But first, I want to give some shout-outs and an update on PFC, and an update on the General Strike Summit.
Okay, before anything else, there's two things that I find, like weirder than anything else on this platform. And those are people who declare victory after a debate, like they run around town like, I won, right? Those are people who are terrible because you need to let your words speak for your actions, and it sounds like you're compensating for the fact you didn't do that well, right? The second thing, okay, is the people who declare they're going to destroy somebody. That's also terrible. I think they're both just god-awful.
Which is coming up. That's this weekend. At least 5 INN members are going to be speaking, and myself included. I will give you guys specific times in an episode later today. I myself will be 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern on Saturday night, and I'm probably going to be on a panel with Comrade Misty and possibly Sabby Sabs. We'll have to see. But we're going to be talking about censorship, so you're going to want to tune in for that. It is must-see TV, and thanks to the Fred Hampton Leftists for...
Why are they... Oh, Fred Hampton Leftist. Oh, boy. I don't know if you guys heard about the name, but the son of Fred Hampton Jr., basically made them stop using it. Also, another thing. Why are they talking about censorship at a General Strike Summit? I also saw that Jackson Hinkle was talking about Bashar al-Assad at the General Strike Summit. Why are you talking about Bashar al-Assad and censorship at the General Strike Summit? I feel like you should be talking about union organizing, AFL-CIO, SEIU, creating like strike funds, right? The conditions that produces strikes, how to talk to workers about unionizing, right? How to talk to workers about strikes and direct action. Why Bashar al-Assad, Hasan Piker, and what was it? Censorship?
For putting this together. This summit has everybody. I mean, the lineup has Jimmy Dore, all the Fred Hampton Leftists, obviously, Jackson Hinkle, the Vanguard, the whole...
Okay, so that doesn't sound like everybody. That all sounds like the same group of people, of the same exact variety. It's like, man, we're having everybody coming. Everybody who basically thinks the exact same.
The whole crew is going to be there, and I'm so honored to be invited. And then speaking of the Vanguard, I got to give a shout out. They're the ones that I saw.
It'd be like if I said, guys, we have everybody from Political Twitch coming onto my show. We got Destiny, Harkdan, Jade is a Boss, Mr. Mooten, Lycan, Gappy, and you'd be like, well, that seems like a very specific subsector of people. Irrelevant. Like, wait. That seems like a very certain section of Twitch. That doesn't... It's like you're getting everybody together. It sounds like you're getting the Destiny sphere together.
This Hasan Piker bullshit go down with...
Pro-Assad groups funding them, that's why? Well, they're not funding all of them. Pro-Assad lobby groups have funded the Jimmy Dore Show and Jackson Hinkle. I don't know about the rest of them.
This morning, and they went out there and just destroyed Hasan Piker. It was really fun to watch. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the Vanguard does a good job a lot of the time, even though they are hit and miss. But whenever they're acting like the Bash Brothers from Mighty Ducks, they go out there and they do just fine. They don't have to be, on point with everything. As far as I know, they're not corrupt. And occasionally, when they're on, they're on. So they did a great job dismantling Hasan Piker, and that video is great. I'll put a link to it below. A lot of fun to watch. And the ratio looks great. So, I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
The ratio looks good, dude. Again... This is about a General Strike Summit. And he's talking about ratios right now. This is somebody who needs to like integrate himself more with like union organizing instead of concerning himself with ratios. Also, while pulling this video up, like to dislike ratio in the comments section. Very, very obvious what he's concerned with here.
About, guys. Good job. So now we're going to talk about what Hasan Piker said.
Now, can I tell you exactly why they're so interested in like the super online like stuff and not really as much the IRL like union organizing and learning about this stuff? It's because there's probably not a ton of substantive unions with like actual with a ton of resources that would want to associate themselves with these types of people. And these are people who probably don't know a lot about union organizing. And that's why, instead of talking about that for the entirety of the summit, which is what they should be talking about, Hasan, ratios, Bashar al-Assad, like censorship, whether it's like about Facebook, Twitter, or whatever, right? These are not topics that should be discussed at a general strike summit. I don't know about you, but never in any of my time when I was doing stuff with SEIU that I interact with a worker and they said, Dylan, I was thinking about striking, but media narratives about Bashar al-Assad was stopping me. My big issue is Bashar al-Assad. That's my main issue at the dinner table when I go home to my fam. You were having a summit about foreign policy you could talk about, but this doesn't seem relevant in any way.
Basically belittled the General Strike Summit, and we're going to go over exactly what he said in a second, and I have a little bit of writing done.
Dude, why is it every single time? Like whether it's Mike Pillowman or any of the rest of the interesting individuals we find on the internet, it's always the scribbles. And what I mean by that is when you were about to find something amazing, an amazing crumb of delusional content on the internet, they can like pick up a piece of paper and you look on it and you just see the most deranged ramblings of the entirety of your life. You look at this piece of paper and it just looks like a manifesto that somebody's gonna leave before like running off into the woods for the rest of their lives.
I decided to write a little song for Hasan, and I'm calling it...
Look, let me check his handwriting, by the way. I have terrible handwriting, so I want to know if we have at least handwriting solidarity.
He said in a second, and I have a little bit of writing done.
I can't tell. It's too blurry. Wait, can I up the quality? Still don't know. It looks like he has stuff scratched out here and there, though.
I decided to write a little song for Hasan, and
So, again, General Strike Summit, unionized workers, that's the concern, right? And he's decided, for the occasion, to write slam poetry about Hasan Piker, a Twitch streamer. Got it. The thing is, when I talk about another Twitch streamer and make a video about it, I don't pretend this is like direct action, right? I have done one video that I think is somewhat in that vein, where I bait people in with big streamers, and then 80% of the video I'm just talking about organizing. But this is just him doing slam poetry about Hasan Piker.
I'm calling it Dueling Banjos, so you guys let me know if you like this. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, I think, to listen to. Hasan, listen closely, buddy. I just want you guys to know that this guy ain't no fucking MC. I know everything he's about to say against we. We are poor. We are fucking bums.
Did he rhyme MC with we? Okay.
Some of us live in trailers with our moms.
Well, not Jackson Hinkle and Jimmy Dore. They get too much Assad money to be bums.
We don't make millions playing video games. Nah, a big-ass mansion, that ain't part of our aims. You call yourself a socialist, but in capitalism you partook. And we all know, big brother, that there's no such thing.
Jimmy Dore and Jackson Hinkle and the rest of the people you just listed are also partaking in capitalism. To exist in a socialist, to exist in society, you have to partake in capitalism. I spoiled myself by looking at the description. Oh boy, second. I'm curious. Oh, it's the lyrics.
Is halfway crooks. Hasanabi.
Also, the fact that he's going after the wealth stuff and all that, right? It's aesthetical. It's like all aesthetics, right? not substantive. It's aesthetics. Like, you have money. Bad. Like, okay.
It's Big Brother, like Orwell's book. Ironic how you sit all day inside with a camera on you.
By the way, doesn't Jimmy Dore also have like a big ass expensive house in Los Angeles? Where's the double standard there? I think isn't it public knowledge that he has a pretty nice house in LA and makes a lot of money from his stuff? So where's the double standard there? 1 million? It's a $1 million. Can somebody link me that? So why is it different for Hasan than it is for Jimmy?
Childish fuck.
And at least at least Hasan isn't like making the money. He's making the money playing video games, not hurting anybody. Jimmy Dore is making that money off of like vaccine skepticism, man.
That there's no such thing as halfway crooks.
Oh, and lying about Syria, of course, while having no knowledge about it.
Hasan.
And if you doubt that, just listen to him talk about Rojava for 2 seconds. 2 milliseconds.
Nabi means Big Brother, like Orwell's book. Ironic how you sit all day inside with a camera on you, you childish fuck. And like your uncle, I invoke the great name of Michael Brooks.
Dude, he just called him a childish fuck, right? Which, okay, he plays video games all day. I guess that's childish. You're standing in front of a bunch of Star Wars figurines. Come on. Who cares? What's this? Jimmy Dore's? Dude, oh my god. Look at that yard. Wow. That yard is beautiful. My goodness. And the view of the city. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys can see this right now. Look at this view of the city that he has on the left side. Let me move the chat. Absolutely beautiful. My goodness. Where were we?
Brooks, who'd be ashamed of all your rhetorical gobbledygooks.
Gobbledygooks.
Speaking of Jank, how's that pig fucker doing, cuz? Because when we say fuck the pigs, we're actually talking about the fuzz. A general strike is when you watch my live...
What? I don't understand it. Maybe I'm missing a reference?
...stream, he said, as he Twitch streams all day from his king-size bed. He calls himself a Hun because you're running dick first into the Great Wall.
What?
And because of all the steroids, we all know you got no balls. My man must eat almost nothing but protein powder, so much so that his framework's starting to look a lot like Steven Crowder.
Was one of his burns is that Hasan is muscular? Yo, did he just do a pig fucking joke about a Muslim? I didn't even think about that. I doubt he meant it that way, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm the one to determine that.
And pig fucker Jank couldn't be prouder.
Wow, he's really doubling down on the pig fucking though. I don't know, man.
That you're building those stacks while your takes become dumber and louder.
Like I don't understand like the reference. What is it a reference to?
He and Anna get rich from donations. We call that cow tipping.
That's half of the people that you brought onto the strike summit do the same thing.
Which is different than what Jank does after work, which is putting his tip in a cow.
Why is he so concentrated on sex with animals? Why is he... This is weird. Is this like the QAnon thing where all of QAnon's leadership was like super focused on like, you know, like we got to stop the sex trafficking pedophiles, and then Matt Gaetz ended up being a sex trafficking pedophile, and Steve Bannon consoled Jeffrey Epstein, and we're finding more and more out about Donald Trump's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein and how Epstein introduced his victims to Trump, and Trump said that Epstein liked them on the younger side, and it ended up all being projection. Not even talking about Kid Rock and Ted Nugent. We did that deep dive today. Or how 8kun and 8chan, like the people who hosted that website, ended up also hosting servers with child pornography on it. All of that stuff just ended up being projection. This comes out of nowhere. I think there's a clip where Cenk was saying that bestiality wasn't that bad for 2012. You're right, but wasn't that about a horse or was it about a pig? I think that's where the disconnect is. If you would have said horse, maybe I would have gotten it. I do remember the segment. Anybody link that?
Yet pantyless Anna can't get any attention, even though she's looking...
Wait, what did he just say?
...a cow. Yet pantyless Anna can't get any attention...
Pantyless Anna? Dude, this reeks of insecurity. Jesus.
Even though she's looking like a 30-year-old sow.
Sow? Do I need to like bust out a dictionary? I was never great with English, cast. Sow. Definition. Plant by scattering it in the earth. Female pig. Oh. The type of pig. Okay, so he made a comment about her panties and then called her a pig. Got it. So just sexism. Understood.
When any y'all around billionaire donors, we know you're gonna drop trow and kowtow without lube like your Pramila Jayapal. Hasan
That was a weird pivot.
Little Piggy went to Twitch stream. Hasan Little Piggy always stayed home. Hasan Little Piggy had millions, while the rest of us had none. Hasan Little Piggy, now cry wee 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 and go all the way home to your fucking $5 million mansion. Hasan wants to be like the mountain in Game of Thrones, but
Wasn't it 2.8? Anyway, but like, where's the cutoff? So is it like Jimmy Dore's mansion is okay, but Hasan's mansion isn't okay? Is it because he's on your side and not on the other side? Also, like, is this like, I think this is like starting to like straddle into kink at pride discourse, because he's humiliating himself in public, and I'm starting to think like maybe there's something else involved here. This is weird, man.
We, with time.
Oh yeah, the panty thing is when Jimmy made a comment about Anna's short dress. Yeah, and which was also just sexism.
Bring you down to a molehill, Holmes. Anyway, Hasan, like that one movie, Squeal Like a Piggy Bitch. Anyway, I have some jokes as well. And Hasan, if you feel like you need to follow my white ass back to 8 Mile, just understand that Rome will likely either kill you or will like kidnap you and have you sign over all of the papers to your big ass house so that we own it, and then we'll sell it and build like, you know, 5 or 6 homeless shelters in LA and really help with the homeless problem in LA.
Okay, not only did he just, I feel like this is projection about a murder fantasy, okay? If it's a joke, it's a shit joke. It's really unhinged. Second thing, that's a very liberal solution to the housing crisis in LA. Like, well, oh yeah, we're so based and red-pilled on socialism, we're gonna take your house and build a homeless shelter. Okay, buddy. You totally so online.
It'll be like that movie Pain and Gain, except for this time it's the roided out nutless guy who can't get it up, who's actually the one having everything extracted from him. So it's like a little role reversal. So anyway, I also want to...
I can't believe, dude, he's doing this in front of a, is that Tupac in the background?
So anyway.
I can't tell who that is in the background. Is that Tupac? I can't tell. If it is. It is? Dude, that's disrespectful to Tupac. I'm not a big rap guy, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't appreciate this butchering of the craft.
I also want to...
No, that's a guitar? Good meme, Fluff.
If you want to have some fun at Hasan's expense, I think we should do the Hasan Piker drinking game. If you watch his show, the best way to have a good time is just to take a shot every time he says, You'll be drunk about 90 seconds into the fucking stream, except for most of his...
Wait, didn't he just say, Wait.
Drunk about 90 seconds into the fucking stream,
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I don't go to this base level, usually, but what a loser. I'm sorry. This dude's just a loser. I don't know what to say, man. You can't be accusing people of saying too much. By the way, who cares? And then immediately say
Except for most of his viewers they're not old enough to drink, they're underage girls. So that doesn't work for his normal viewers, but if all of us want to go watch Hasan's show and have a good time, like anybody over the age of 14 that's not a girl, then yeah, we can have a good time just drinking every time he says My man, you call yourself Hasan the Hun, you might as well just call yourself Hasan the Because you are like...
Dude, he's just rubbing it in, man. He's just digging the hole deeper.
Personified. It's atrocious. That's why no one can watch his show that isn't, you know, above the age of 15. But I will say, Vosh is...
To be clear, Hasan is like the biggest political streamer and commentator on Twitch by far, right? Like, he's gigantic. The amount of, like, viewers he gets is, like, not even in my perception, right? I can't imagine getting to, like, 30K, 40K daily, getting to 100K when anything political happens, right? I don't know why you would attack him for, like his viewership. It's like the one angle you most certainly can't smash him for.
His show that isn't, you know, above the age of 15. But I will say, Vosh is very, very jealous of all of the underage girls that Hasan attracts to his show.
Random pedophilia accusation. Dude, okay, again, I gotta say, every single time we see these people projecting and throwing out pedophilia stuff, every single time, we found it to just be like projection. Okay? With Steve Bannon and his protection of Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump's ties to the whole QAnon stuff. We just did this arc. And all I'm saying is that people bring up the pedophilia stuff like randomly, just throw it out there for no reason, man. Always the people you gotta look at.
Yeah, basically, Hasan's entire show is just like a little piggy playing Nintendo with his hooves.
Why is he so obsessed with the pig references?
And going, oink, 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 oink,
Just looks like he's jerking. Never mind. Okay, let's keep it going.
Who doesn't want to watch that? I mean, that's like the type of political analysis you get on like TYT or Kyle Kalinske. Unparalleled, baby.
Kyle Kalinske too?
So anyway, fuck you, Hasan. And you're welcome to come at me if you want. Just know that we are going to get you. And we're about to make a molehill out of you, motherfucker. So...
What do you mean you're going to get... Is that like a threat? After like your weird murder fantasy earlier, that's pretty... This is like a crash course in how not to be an irrelevant imbecile on the internet, I feel. I feel like you can just watch this video... And this is like, actually, I could just bring it back up normal theory, right? This is another prime example of my long-standing theory about political discourse on the internet. Another example, a victim of the lack of application of normal theory. For those who don't know what normal theory is, I say that 90% of the left's online political problems is from our inability to act normal. What I mean by that is like having like random incest debates, right? Comparing stuff needlessly to the N-word. Making weird jokes about pig sex and strangely jokey threats. That would also fall under a violation of normal theory.
That's all I have to say about that asshole, Hasan the...
People say it's Burns Law. I don't know. Burns Law or normal theory? Which one's better?
And what are you about to do, man? Like, you're a Twitch streamer that makes millions of fucking dollars, and then you come out on Twitter and go after some people that make no fucking money, that are trying to do a general strike summit, like the Fred Hampton leftists.
To be clear, Jimmy Dore makes plenty of money, and Jackson Hinkle takes money from pro-Assad lobby groups. They make their money, okay? They're doing fine. And also, not having money does not mean you can't be an idiot. There's a lot of people with money that are idiots and a lot of people without money that are idiots.
You're an idiot. And, you know, I stood up for you somewhat in the last video where I was on with Blue Moon Red Wine, and we were talking about this, and I'm like, you know, I don't have anything against you making a whole lot of money. That's not against Marxist ideology. I just don't like exploitation and hyperwealth. But the more you start to turn into this, like, ridiculous...
Oh, so it is a double standard. So Hasan can't have money because he's silly and ridiculous and not on our side. But Jimmy Dore can have money because we can overlook all the vaccine skepticism and all of that. Because screw it. Also, Jackson Hinkle was dabbling in vaccine skepticism yesterday while reviewing Vosh and Kyle Kalinske talking.
Like fat Jonas brother type, where you don't really care about your rhetoric, you just want to get underage girls to fall for you. And
what is with the concentration on like underage women and pedophilia? Strange. It's not something I like to bring up in casual conversation, right? It's not like there's no like time when I'm sitting. Like, let me ask everybody at home: is there a time where you're sitting at home with your friends about somebody you don't like, and you just randomly like, yeah, pedophilia, man, underage women, underage pedophilia, underage women. You just start throwing that out there? No, you don't. I don't understand why people on the internet are so inclined to do this specifically. So strange.